Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is March 6, 2015. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. There's a lot going on. We just had the Bureau of Labor Statistics release their non-farm payroll report for the month of February, and you're going to see that the job report came out saying that there were 295,000 new jobs in the month of February, so we'll see how that plays out. But a big number there, 295,000 jobs. I think that was higher than expectations. But you could see that the futures have rolled over, and the reason is because now if there's such a good labor market, the Federal Reserve should be raising interest rates. We'll see if they do or they don't. Who really knows? I'm leaning towards a September quarter point rate hike, but not in the month of June. That's my personal thinking. But either way, the markets have come in a little bit. They're only down 1.5 points right now to 2098 per contract. So it's not a big decline by any means. But you do see the dollar-yen soaring higher on this news. So if you take a look at dollar-yen here, dollar-yen is just spiked up. That's a negative for gold. Gold should be down, and gold is down about 12 points at the moment. We'll cover that in a little bit. But dollar-yen is getting a big bid. You also have the U.S. dollar index with a big pop there as well. So the dollar index is moving higher. That looks like it's on a breakout. And again, we'll see how the market plays out here. But either way, futures down a couple of points before the opening bell. All right, let's take a look at some stocks in the news because we've got a few market movers out here. First one I'm going to look at is YY. Ticker symbol is YY. The stock is trading at $60.15. It closed at $55.17. So this is a pretty solid move here. There'll be a little bit of resistance around $62.20, and then after that it got upside to around $70. So again, YY, good move off the lows. This had a weekly chart double bottom pattern, and it made a pretty nice little move after earnings. So that stock is certainly showing some strength right now. Let's take a look at Sina Corp, SINA. This one is not doing much. I had it on my list. I'm not sure we'll do much with it, but we'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. By the way, yesterday we did have a very nice gap play that we did hit on, and again, the intraday stock chat room has been on fire. Come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the chat room. You'll see everything that we're doing each and every day. If we got any kind of volatility out here, we have action and we have trades. And that's the bottom line. Let's take a look at the fresh market this morning. TFM looks like they're going to close all their California stores. Right now the stock is trading at $41.50. It closed at $39.63. I'm going to give this one, be careful with this stock, but I'm going to give it the slight upside bias to $43.50. That's where the stock really should stall out. That's where I'm seeing pretty good near-term resistance on the fresh market. So again, if the fresh market trades up to around $43.50, I think that's where you really start to see a lot of resistance right in that general vicinity. Right now it's only up a little bit, but it is getting overbought. I would not be a buyer of this equity. If you own it, trail your stop loss right now, and I'd really be careful around the $43.50 level, at least for today. Let's take a look at Foot Locker. Ticker symbol is FL. They are moving higher as well. I believe they had earnings. Stock closed at $57. It is now trading at $60. It is a little bit overbought, but technically there's really nothing really wrong with the chart, so just trail your stop loss. This was one that maybe grinds higher if the market could catch a bid. Gap Stores is coming under a little bit of pressure. Gap Inc. Stock is trading right now at $40.82. All in all, it closed at $41.43. A level I like for Gap today, if it gets down there, and this is a big if, but if Gap does happen to sell down to $40, that's a level I would get involved. So keep $40 on the radar. Another level I really like for Gap is $37.75. So you got two scalp levels for Gap today. Again, there's just scalp levels, quick day trades lasting between 10 minutes and an hour. Let's take a look at Finisar. I forget the news here, but either way, the stock is trading at $21.43. It closed at $20.33. I'm showing resistance right now on this equity right around the 22.25 level. So keep that on the radar. If it gets up to 22.25, there should be some good resistance. Also $23.26, $23.26. That could be a fade level. So We will be watching this one this morning before the opening bell. I may even put some levels out in the chat room on this one. Let's take a look at LTM, which is Lifetime Fitness. They're looking at a potential buyout from a private equity firm. So again, it's very, very hard to trade these things, but the stock did have a great move. Closed at $57. It's now trading at $65. Just trail your stop loss. That's the best you could do with this. You do not want to short it, just in case it is true. It's not a rumor, and I have no idea what it is. Lululemon is declining today. Goldman Sachs downgraded the stock. I'm showing near-term support at $60. I also have some more support at $56.50. I doubt we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll see either level, but 60 could be a good scalp level. Stock also has a nice gap fill at around $59. So a couple levels there for Lululemon if it does trade there. Let's take a look at TRCO, which is Tribune. So the Tribune company here trading at $69 a share. I'm not sure of the news, if it's earnings or not, but this is a pretty good pop for Tribune. Stock closed at $65.92, so you're getting a pretty good little move here to the upside. Let me just see if I can find some resistance points that look worthy of a sell. Well, if it did get to 76.13, I would be all over a sell on this thing. So I'm not sure what the news is. You may want to check that out. But if it got to 76.13 by some chance, you never know. And this is a light volume name, rarely trades a million shares, so it can move when it wants to. And if you get some big movers in here, some institutions, but 76.13, 76.17, that's where I see major resistance for this equity. So keep that on the radar today. All right, take a look at the futures right now. They're down 5.5 points, and they're going lower. And now people are starting to say, hey, maybe there is a rate hike coming. Gold right now is trading lower by $11 to $11.84.80. Let's take a look at the GLD this morning. Every time there's a job report, GLD generally will drop, and there's no exception today. Right now, this is trading at 113.81. It closed at 115 on the button yesterday, so you're definitely seeing that decline in gold reflected this morning. So we'll see how that plays out once the opening bell rings. Things can change rather quickly. Crude oil is down 23 cents. That's not a big decline. Right now, spot crude is trading at $50.53 a barrel. If we take a look at the USO this morning, you'll see that's trading at $18.57. Again, I can't make heads or tails out of the oil market. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. But the reality of it is, if the dollar is strong, I think oil comes under pressure, and that's my honest belief. If you look at the charts, that's what it tells us. So we'll see how that plays out. Right now, you do have the U.S. dollar index trading above 97.35 right now, and that's a big pop. So that should bring down the oil price in the near term. All right, I think we covered everything that we wanted to get to. Looks like the S&P 500 E-mini futures are continuing to decline. They're now down 7 points after that big job report number. Again, people are in the camp that the Fed has to raise rates. That's where it's going. If they raise rates, that takes away the liquidity out of the market, and that brings the market prices down. That's the way it works. That's the logic. We'll see how it plays out. Today is a Friday. Normally after 12 o'clock, we're going to get very light volume, and the light volume does help the market stay buoyant for the most part. So keep that equation under your belt, and we'll see how this all shakes out. With that being said, have a great trading day, everybody, and we'll see you on the charts.